Most of us do not mature emotionally, and frustration and unhappiness are the result. Consider a sporting event in which a questionable point is scored. The participants and spectators of the scoring side will agree almost unanimously that their team scored legitimately. The opposing team, however, and its followers will be positive that the score was not made. Neither group knows which viewpoint is correct, but they let their emotions think for them. If they wanted the truth, they would have suspended their judgment until the facts were made clear. Emotional thinking is seldom truthful thinking. Locke, the great philosopher, divided people into three groups in regard to how they think. One, those who seldom think at all. Such people follow the example of trusted leaders and save themselves the trouble of thinking. They are capable of only surface conversation, such as what they did yesterday or what some other person did or said. The second group are those who allow their appetites or passions to govern their reason. Such people refuse to recognize probabilities that run cross-current with their desires or interests. They deceive themselves by keeping their beliefs in logic-tight compartments through which no argument to the contrary, no matter how obvious, is allowed to pass. Ruled by their ignorant emotions, they constantly cause trouble for themselves and their families by inhibiting the brain which was designed to help them. And thirdly, those who sincerely use their brains to reason things out, but whose reasoning consists of interpretations of previously conceived prejudices. Lacking a full view of all the facts pertaining to a question, and assuming that their own concepts about it are true, they arrive at a false conclusion which they deem logical. They rely on this new conclusion as a basis for future wrong judgments. Even the most scientific thinkers have difficulty avoiding this type of reasoning. The scientist, in contrast, conducts systematic observations and experiments and considers only the resulting evidence. He accepts as fact only that which can be proved. In this way, he frees himself from preconceptions and prejudices and forms his conclusions upon the basis of precise observations. Findings are tested openly by their scientists, especially by those who hold divergent opinions, and the results are recorded as scientific evidence. Unlike opinion or superstition, a scientific fact can be verified by anyone wishing to perform the recorded experiment. Thinking with our emotions instead of our conscious, reasoning mind may be more comfortable in the short run, but we usually pay a heavy price for such a comfort. The subconscious mind is supposed to be the servant that the conscious mind controls. An emotionally mature person learns to reject the emotions that are detrimental to his well-being and nurture those conductive and conducive to health and happiness. The negative emotions include anger, hostility, hatred, jealousy, anxiety, and resentment. Positive emotions include love, friendship, kindness, forgiveness, generosity, sympathy, tolerance, acceptance, and charity. The negative emotions make us unhappy and sick. The positive emotions keep us happy and well. It's just as simple as that. Every emotion has a physical effect. Most were important to man during various stages in his development, but uncontrolled emotions are like uncontrolled doses of medicine. A drop of a powerful drug may save a life when a pint would end it. Certain emotions cause the glands to secrete chemicals which make us sick and depressed. I will treat the worst offenders separately in order to convince your conscious mind of their destructive nature. Then I will offer a self-hypnosis affirmation to convince your subconscious mind as well. With repetition, this affirmation will facilitate control of the emotions without conscious effort, allowing you to choose which you wish to control. Chapter 4, Controlling Destructive Emotions. Every emotion affects you physically, and let's talk about emotional maturity for a moment. Most humans mature physically, some mature intellectually, but few mature emotionally. A distinguished scientist who has memorized volumes of material and is a respected authority in his chosen field may be completely unreasonable when angered during an argument. His IQ may be 160 or more, but his emotional level is that of a peevish child. How common it is to see professors who have never felt or left the academic community thinking and acting like their students, exaggerating idealistic theories beyond practical limits. A well-rounded adult matures physically, knowledgeably, intellectually, and emotionally.